Welcome back to Charter Chats, a weekly series where we break down Bridgeport's newly revised city charter chapter by chapter so that every resident knows what's changed, why it matters, and how it affects our community. I'm Faith Sweeney.
And I'm John Hosier. Today, we're breaking down the foundation of Bridgeport's government.
General provisions define the scope, purpose, and authority of the charter. They include key definitions and set the rules for how the city government operates day to day. This section covers elected officials, their terms, and eligibility requirements.
It also outlines the election process, including when and how residents vote. Knowing how elections work helps residents hold leaders accountable.
Understanding general provisions clarifies how city decisions are made. Bridgeport has dozens of boards and commissions, each tasked with giving residents a voice in everything from planning and zoning to public safety to education. These bodies may not always make headlines, but they are essential to the way our city runs.
To help us explore this, we reached out to Andy Toledo, Director of Community Relations for the City of Bridgeport. Andy works directly with residents who want to participate in local government by serving on these boards and commissions. While Andy couldn't be here with us, he shared his perspective on a few key questions.
The first question was, what does the Director of Community Relations do? And why is it important in the city? Andy explains that his role is essentially the engine that keeps the volunteer-led system of local governance running. He oversees recruitment, manages applications, advises the mayor or city council, helps fill vacancies, and makes sure new members are sworn in once approved. The entire process can take about 2 months. We also asked, how do boards and commissions ensure that they reflect diversity and perspectives of Bridgeport's communities?
Andy told us he works to recruit from neighborhoods that have historically been marginalized, and he's intentional about placing diverse residents in spaces that have traditionally been male dominated or tied to certain neighborhoods. He also values making sure lifelong residents of Bridgeport are represented. Next, we asked, how do these boards influence decision making in ways people may not realize? Andy emphasized that boards and commissions are extremely influential within their jurisdictions. He often tells people they don't have to be elected officials to make change. Serving on a board or a neighborhood revitalization zone can be just as impactful. We also wanted Andy's thoughts on the charter changes.
Andy sees this as a good start. Coming from New York City, where charter revision commissions happen almost every year, he hopes Bridgeport continues this process regularly. He suggested ideas like getting local business owners or even students who are 16 years old and need community service hours to serve on certain boards because they can bring a fresh perspective to the government. Finally, we asked what advice he would give to someone listening right now who's thinking about applying to serve. Andy's advice? Go for it. He encourages residents to visit the city's website, where they can read descriptions of each board, see vacancies, review agendas and minutes, and download applications.
We're grateful to Andy for sharing his insights. His perspective highlights how boards and commissions open doors for everyday residents to shape the city.
Here is a quick view of the website that Andy was mentioning. You'll see you can learn about more ways you can serve. You can download the application. There are plenty of boards and commissions to volunteer and be a part of. And then you can see the current vacancies that are listed on the website. And finally, here's Andy's information. if you want to get in contact with him. We hope this conversation encourages our listeners to see themselves as part of the process. The charter isn't just about rules on paper. It's about creating opportunities for everyone to engage in shaping Bridgeport's future.
Before we wrap up, let's take a quick look behind the scenes. Drafts are written, meetings are held, and every piece of feedback is carefully reviewed. It may not be glamorous, but it's the heart of how change happens. And your input is right there, helping shape the outcome.
Here are today's takeaways. Your voice matters. Collaboration makes policies stronger. Transparency builds trust. And real change happens when residents stay involved. The charter is only as strong as the people who use it, and that means you. Thank you for joining us in this conversation about the foundations of our government.
Next time, on October 5th, Charter Chats will dive into chapters 4 through 6 of the Charter. We'll take a closer look at how different parts of this city government work and what that means for you as a resident.
Until next time, I'm Faith Sweeney.
I'm John Hosier.
We'll see you then.
See you later.